discovered the political importance of birthdays when I was in 6th grade. I fantasized about it, strutting down the hallway carrying a carefully packed Tupperware. "What'd you bring?" all my classmates would ask, finally paying attention to me. I'd shrug. "Cookies, maybe cupcakes. Oh, or I don't know, maybe it's dirt cups with gummy worms." Then I'd give them a wink. "You'll find out." Later in the day, during sustained silent reading, I would unveil my birthday snacks, eliciting a gasp of awe from all of my peers. Who would have thought that X-Files nerd Sara could conjure snacks of such unparalleled awesomeness as these? This is to say, birthday snacks were like alchemy, cake into coolness. The problem is that my birthday is in July. So I never had that moment of strutting down the hallway or of the grand reveal. I had only the hot loneliness of an Iowa City summer. But in the summer of my 6th grade year, my mom said, "Why don't we throw you a big party this year? You know, invite the whole class, slam back some sodas, crank the Chumbawamba, eat some cake." And I said, "I have just the cake in mind." In fact, I had been asking for this cake every year since it had first entered my life at a friend's birthday party when I was 5 years old. The cake was a pool. It was a rectangle with a shallow insert removed from it and replaced with a single perfect sheet of blue Jell-O, just shimmering in the sunlight. And upon that sheet of blue Jell-O were chocolate donuts, inner tubes. And in those chocolate donut inner tubes sat plump little icing children, little splurts of French vanilla or triple chocolate with their icing hair blowing back in the wind. Oh, and don't you forget the Hershey's chocolate bar diving board or the Twizzlers lounge chairs. Oh. Forensic sketch artists working on unsolved murder dream of the degree of preciseness with which I could talk about this cake that I had eaten 6 years before. And every year, I would tell my parents in meticulous detail about this cake, what I wanted, as if I was willing it into existence with sheer perseverance and exactitude. But on my 6th grade birthday, my mom was finally willing to play ball. She was finally willing to give me this pool-themed ticket straight to the tippy top of the coolness pyramid. And so we drove over to the house of a local cake maker that my mom had contacted. And the minute that this lady stepped out of her house, I thought, yeah, she's the one. Like, perfectly cultivated, Bob. She has a Midwestern smile beneath rosy cheeks, strong mixing hands, right? And so I walked to the front door and she goes, "Oh, I hear someone's got a big birthday coming up. How about we make you a cake for that? How does that sound?" And I said, "Yeah. Cake lady, sounds great. Let's free these icing children from the prison of my imagination." And so Cake Lady welcomes us into her home, and the whole walls are plastered with pictures of her grandchildren. And she gives us a photo album, and she's, "Oh, it's just my past work, just things, to get the creative juices going. Okay, so do you want a coffee? And how about you, birthday girl? You want a pop?" Of course I want a pop. So she goes into the kitchen to prepare a coffee and get me my pop. And me and mom take this photo album. We sit down on the couch, and mom opens the photo album to reveal penises. Cake penises. A little off the mark, I thought, as mom quickly flipped the page. Oh, to reveal more cake penises. It's a red velvet penis. It's a devil's food dong. Oh my God, this wiener is cherry chip. So mom is flipping the pages of this photo booklet fast enough to shatter the sound barrier, and I just see this blur of edible cake dongs fly past me, and anatomy that I'd only ever seen in health class, just in flashes of the somewhat puzzling medium of fudge marble, and here we have a classic yellow, and I began to suspect that the cake lady had given us the wrong photo album, which is a lesson to all of us about proper best practices and labeling techniques. And so mom grabs another photo book and flips it over and flips it shut, but not before I saw two funfetti adults wrestling. Maybe they were maybe the parents of the icing children. I don't know. And so mom leans to me and she goes, "We need to leave right now." And so as Cake Lady was like still preparing coffee in the kitchen, we just slipped out of the front door. And in the car, we faced very different problems. For Mom, it was that she had just unwillingly shown dozens of pornographic cakes to her 11-year-old child. And for me, it was that I still had no birthday cake, and neither pool nor penis. And so we ended up in front of the very stoned teenager working at the bakery shop in the local grocery. So you want like a swimming pool cake? And I was like, yes, the cake is a pool. It is a rectangle with a shallow insert taken out, replaced with a single perfect sheet, like just drawing a picture with my words. And he was like, yeah, like my stone savior is like, oh yeah, it's no problem at all. Like come back in an hour and I'll definitely have that exact thing made for you. So I was like, fuck, sweet, like birthday party saved. But we come back an hour and it was a pool. I will give them that. But where little chocolate donut icing children should have been lazily floating in the summertime, there was instead a buxom icing woman just lounged back on an icing pool float. So closer to the goal, but still like a 25-yard third down situation. And my mom is just sitting there going, "This is a sixth grader's birthday party. What is wrong with this city?" And so we ended up driving back with my birthday snack, which was a vanilla sheet cake with "Happy Birthday, Sarah" scrawled on it in gel icing. So coolness would have to wait another year. Thank you.